here. This is going to be an interesting show tonight. I appreciate you. This is the Information Man Show, vertical style. I'll only be doing vertical every now and then. I know some people like vertical, some people don't. But hopefully the way I do my vertical videos that you will appreciate that, the fact that I still will have certain same level of content the way I do with the horizontal version. I'm still going to be able to pull your chats up into the screen to be able to see what you're saying and respond to you and what have you. So I appreciate everybody that's here, but let's get into this situation as it relates to the Nolan well situation. It's crazy. We got white folks who just won't leave us alone. Okay. They just can't leave us alone. In the case of the situation as we have with Nolan Wells, a young man who was educated, he was going places in life, had a scholarship to college, had a 2-parent family, wasn't a thug, wasn't thugging it up out there. And as a result, you can still find the usual suspects, the usual cavemen that will come out and have something to say, such as this individual right here who had a lot to say about, let me put him up right here, about Nolan. He made what he considered to be, and it ain't. He tried to make the excuse that it was satire. And him running his mouth, it caught up with him because we're not having it today. We're not having it today. Black folks are not having this situation where you have white people who feel emboldened by the orange man in the White House, that feel emboldened. I want to thank everyone that's here today. Solana, I see you. Tanya, Solana, Tanya, thank you for coming over. Everybody that's here, Sister Center 13, Saint and Center 13, I see you're here. I appreciate you're here. Another CG. And any other wonderful people that will come into the chat room. We've got Yalpo, who's in the house. I appreciate him being here. These folks won't, and Alicia is in the house. Mods are coming in. I appreciate that. These folks won't leave us alone. And I'm going to say it again. They feel emboldened. Where is this all happening? Well, let's go to Chug the Builder, whatever the hell they call him. This man was going around purposely using his cameras, videotaping black people, trying to agitate black people to get under black people's skin to get a reaction. And then he would use the word called chimping it up, which is basically calling black people a monkey. He ran into the wrong black person and got himself blasted, got some lead in his butt. And now he's facing an attempted murder case against him. And the brother that had his whip and had the right to stand his ground and protect himself from this lunatic, and many lunatics like Chad the Builder, Chug the Builder, whatever that we call these characters. Then we have another guy. I just want to remind you that we have these crazy white boys out here that feel emboldened to push forth racism because they feel that the man in the White House gives them a license to go out and mess with black people. This is Jake Lang, who should be in prison right now for his involvement in January 6th. Remember, he went down to LA, got kicked out of the BET Awards outside of the facility, stirring up the pot, saying that black people were terrible parents. This is also a man that was stirring the pot as it relates to the Carmelo Anthony incident. This is a white boy that comes from the suburbs of Chicago. He isn't living in black neighborhoods. He hasn't been around black people, but he's racist. And these are the kind of cloth that guys like this idiot right here who got on his social media and tried to laugh and chuckle it up about Nolan Wells and saying, oh, this is what we do to you black people. We do this to you. We know you can't swim. So we get you out there and in the woods and the forests, and we get you in the water so we can chuck it up and laugh it up. And we do this to you because this is a tradition that I'm going to say to all black people listening tonight. This man got himself in trouble, but just because he got himself in trouble doesn't mean you shouldn't take what he said as something that you should really examine. You should really study and understand. This man talking about, we have meetings where we talk about what we're going to do with you. Are you going to play basketball? Are you going to play football? And he was laughing, and he got himself caught up. because he was claiming that, oh, come on, everybody. You dummies out there can't take satire. Satire. This ain't satire. A young man has lost his life. His family is trying to find out what happened to him. They're not getting the answers that they should get for Nolan Wells. And this white boy thinks that he could take liberty to make fun of a situation. What happened to everybody when Charlie Kirk lost his life by a bullet, by violence? The very violence that Charlie Kirk told everybody we got to have some people lose their life in order to maintain our ability to have our First or Second Amendment rights to bear arms. Charlie Kirk talked about how some people got to lose their life. Some people have to be unalived. And then the very thing that Charlie Kirk was talking about is the very thing that took his life. And when people came out and did videos to call Charlie Kirk's racism out, everybody said, come on, why are you talking about Charlie Kirk like that? Oh, come on, don't do that. Oh, that's hard. People even lost jobs talking about Charlie Kirk. So it's par to the course that this white boy lose his job too for talking about a young man who didn't bother anybody, who lost his life out there on Horn Island, going out there with a bunch of white kids that he called friends, and those same friends didn't do anything to reach out to the family when they had his personal belongings in their possession. And we got these type of individuals out here pushing their racism. Tonight, I want to get your opinions, your thoughts about what you think is really going on as it relates to this whole situation. Now, what do I mean by that? Let me fix something over here. I'm going to be pulling up your thoughts in the chat room as we go along tonight. This will not be a long stream. This will be to the point. But I appreciate you. Let me show you what this sucker said. Some of you may have seen this already, but I'm going to give my perspective to this, and I want to hear your perspective as well. I'm going to say again, to all people out there, to white America, leave black people alone. If we're barbecuing, if we're walking in a park, sightseeing, if we're going out with our family, if we're going to the mall, if we're going to our car, leaving work, having a dinner, leave us alone. We've already got video footage out here of folks getting knocked out when they're messing with black people who were minding their own business. I'm going to say it again. The reason why we're seeing a lot of this stuff is because these white men who are insecure with their masculinity, with who they are and their identity, and they're afraid of what Public Enemy told us back in the 90s, that they are afraid of a black planet.
Information is power.
The planet's becoming more browner, more black. And so Donald Trump is the perfect instrument that they needed to get to get themselves pumped up with courage. I call it liquor courage, to go out to mess with black people because they somehow think that they're going to be pardoned by the orange man in the White House. Leave black people alone. You told people to give Charlie Kirk respect, even though he got taken out of here by his own kind. People often sit up here and say, oh, it's black on black crime. White people commit crime on each other at high rates. FBI stats play it out. Charlie Kirk lost his life because of another white boy. But yet we got people talking about black on black crime, but you're not talking about these white boys who go around like this guy, talking smack on the internet, trying to be tough. And then you get these chumps like this, who's now looking at doing prison time, who goes out on the street. And another thing that was sad, that was disappointing to see about this Chug the Builder, is that you even had black people that was shaking his hand, greeting him, talking to him out there when he was doing his whole social media thing. You got to be out of your mind. This man is out there agitating black people. This man is out there using the N-word. This man is doing such and such. And we got black folks co-signing this crap. And I'm sure we're going to have a sellout, the usual suspect sellouts that are going to tell us, oh, we're jumping the gun on this guy right here. Oh, black people, you guys are too sensitive to race. You're too sensitive to situations. Come on. What's your problem? What's your problem? Leave it alone. He just spoke his mind. He had freedom of speech. I don't want to hear anybody saying those statements because you're dumb. Let me play what this fool was cooking up. Check this out.
Yeah, they did it. Them boys did it. This is a damn tradition for us. Yeah, this is a tradition. We take you boys out in the woods, and we throw you in the swamp. We throw you in the creek. We throw you in the springs and rivers. Yeah, we throw you in them oceans.
We throw you in the creek. We throw you in them oceans. That's what he's saying, and smiling and chucking it up while he's smiling about it. We throw you in those creeks. We throw you in those oceans. Peace to you, Bayou Barbie Queen that's in the house. All of you that are here. Solana, I see you there. Everybody in the house. We've got Miranda's in the house. Everybody coming in. I appreciate that. Another CG. My man's in the house. All of y'all that's in the house, I appreciate you coming over. But this is the truth that must be told, ladies and gentlemen. This guy was chucking it up. Let's go back to him. We're not finished. We're not finished. I've got the content tonight. Let's go. Let's go.
Y'all can't do a damn thing. Y'all be in there splashing and screaming, I can't swim, I can't swim. Oh, hell no. But you know, it ain't our fault. It ain't our
I want y'all to remember how he laughed, how he chuckled when you see the videos that will precede this video that I will show you tonight. This is the Information Man Show, vertical style tonight. Continue.
Our fault. You're stupid. Grown man don't know how to swim. Yeah, what y'all think we do? You know, yeah, it's a big conspiracy. You know, every 6 months this skin tone, we all get together in our neighborhoods and we have like a little neighborhood meeting. And y'all ain't invited. We get together, we make plans, we talk about y'all, yeah, let's put this one in football, let's put this one in basketball, yeah.
Now, some would say, oh, he just trolling. Why y'all making a big deal out of it? I don't care if he's trolling. Underneath what the white boy is saying here, what this white guy is saying. Now, some of you out there may take offense to me calling him a white boy. Well, they called black people, they called black men that were grown men, 60 and 70 years old, 40 years old, and 50 years old back in the 60s and 50s. They would call us a boy. Grown black men would be called boys. So anybody that takes offense to me calling him a boy, well, his behavior is boy-like behavior. So he's going to wear this shoe tonight. You could say he's trolling. You could say he's just trying to get attention on social media. You could say he's a racist. And you could say, oh, he's just exaggerating. No, I think we should all take heed to what he's saying about we do this, we plan that. I think we need to take heed to what he's saying, because underneath what he's saying is the truth. Underneath that surface. Above that surface, underneath that surface, but above that surface. That's why they voted for Trump, because they say that they want to make America great again, which is a decode. I'm going to decode it here right now, which really means we got to make America white again. We got to be we got to be in control of all areas of activity, as Neely Fuller Jr. once told us. Control the military, control of science, control of education, sex, war, finances. See, this is coming from somewhere within the psychology, the psyche of these white boys that think like this sucker right here.
Let's encourage him to do that and this. Yeah. We bet on y'all. Man, we just play y'all like a damn game and y'all don't even know it. This is a tradition.
Now that right there, I'm going to play this part again. Listen to this part. This is key.
Yeah, let's encourage him to do that and this. Yeah. We bet on y'all. Man, we just play y'all like a damn game and y'all don't even know it. This is a tradition.
He is right about that. Remember, how many of you put sevens in the chat room? Remember or watch the, what was that movie? Django Unchained. Remember in Django Unchained, they had what they call the Mandingos. They were fighting, and the character Candy was like, fight, my ends. They were betting on who was going to win the Mandingo battle between two black men fighting. And the one that won, he would get beer and he would maybe get some females in his room for the night. Just like gladiators in the Roman Colosseums. You see, they would actually get entertained watching us doing sport and play. What did he just say? Oh, we're going to plan about whether you're playing basketball, football. He said, oh, we bet on you. Some of what he's saying is not far-fetched from the truth and history of this country, because you can look at football and basketball and sports today, and what do we have? We have black players on the field, like a plantation field, football, with lines. They used to put numbers and tags on black people during slavery and oppression. Well, the players have numbers so that they can be identified. They have an NFL draft where they have to see what you can do physically. Can you jump? Can you run? Do you got all your teeth in your mouth? The same thing that they would do on a slave block when they would pick what black slave they wanted. When you look at football games and you see the owners in the luxury boxes while the players are on the field, it's the same as what you saw in that movie when Candy was in his house and they were fighting right in one of the rooms for entertainment purposes, and they were laughing and getting. We live in a society where most people think that the only value that black people have is to be athletes, entertainers, singers, dancers, trumpet players, like Malcolm X said. And what communities in this world allow comedians and entertainers to be their leaders, as Malcolm X said? So when he's laughing and chucking it up on that part, I don't see it as a laughing matter. It's a deep-seated psychosis that's deeply rooted in his inferiority. This man is the one who is inferior. They tell us that we are inferior, but in fact, this man and those like him are inferior. Any man that makes fun of a young child, a young boy, a young man, I call him a young man, in the case of Nolan Willis, and laughs at it, makes mockery and jokes, is not a man. He's a pig. And the truth is not in him. Whatsoever. Let me make sure my camera is set up like it needs to be. Give me 1 minute, everybody. Give me 1 minute. I'm having some technical problems real quick. Just give me a minute. I hope you all are doing fine in the chat room. But this fool right here, let me fix my camera. There we go. I'm going to fix this camera real quick. Give me a minute. All right. All right. Let me fix this camera real quick. Give me a minute. Give me 1 minute. All right. About to be back on in a minute. All right, everybody, here I go. I'm back on. A little bit of a technical problem. I'm sorry about that. Let me know if you can hear me by putting 7s in the chat room. Look like I'm back on the screen, but let me know if you're hearing my audio, if everything is okay. Sorry about the technical problem. Something froze up, but I'm back. Let's go on. Just put 7s in the chat room so I know that you are hearing me. Audio is fine. The visual is back. What I had to do is I had to reboot my camera. I had to reset it up and then pop it back on. Something froze. You know, this is what happens when you're dealing with technology. But I appreciate all of you that are still hanging here, that are still rocking with me. I appreciate you. I give you all a clap. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs it up. Share the video in all your social media. One reason why I'm going to be doing vertical video every blue moon is because I had said this the other night. The vertical video allows you to be found in the shorts section of YouTube. So now it gives you more opportunity for engagement, for discovery by people who have never either seen your channel or discovered your channel. So you go into not only the regular YouTube streets, but you go into the shorts YouTube streets, and that gives you more engagement in terms of people discovering the channel. So that's one reason, to be honest, why sometimes I think I want to do the vertical video every now and then, not every video. Tomorrow I'll be going live to talk about Umar Johnson. You don't want to miss that show. That will not be a vertical video. That would be the regular way I do my videos. Now, let me get back to the point. We should not sleep on what this man represents in the words that he said. Now, he had no problem with the things that he said as he was chucking it up.
Yeah, they did it. Them boys did it. This is a damn tradition for us. Yeah. This is a tradition. We take you boys out in the woods. And we throw you in the swamp. We throw you in the creek. We throw you in the springs and rivers. Yeah, we throw you in them oceans.
So he's saying this is what we do. Now let me play another video by this fool. Let's play another video because he tries to double down on it, right? This is before he got the bad news. And see, when you play around like this, you get stupid prizes. And this is what's happening in the 21st century, in 2026 and going beyond. When you mess with black people, bad things are going to happen to you. And till you do right by my people, like in Color Purple, ain't nothing gonna go good for you. And by you talking about the deceased, definitely you're not getting any good spiritual energy going your way. You're on low vibrations. So this fool didn't learn a lesson from that, try to justify it. He's not humble about he's not apologetic. He doesn't really care until he really cares, right? Check this out. This dude is they always want to say that black men are baby daddies. This dude is a baby daddy because after he did what he did, people start to look into who he is, where he works, what's his situation. Check this out right here. Check this out.
Not much, but you know, I was using a country accent in the video. But I mean, whatever. I'm not trying to apologize. I'm just showing the ridiculous of it, the ridiculousness of it. You know, they had the FBI reach out and all this. saying that I did whatever with Nolan Wells. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's satire. Yeah, it's mocking you because you're stupid.
Now, why did he choose satire? Let's break it down, ladies and gentlemen. Let's break it on down. He didn't like the fact that black people spoke their honest minds and felt that something was strange about Nolan being the only black kid, young man out there for a boat trip to an island, and that everybody came back home but him. And black people, quite naturally, we know the history of this country. We know the history of Mississippi. We quite naturally was like, wait a minute, something doesn't add up here. And then we find out about the cell phone being in their possession. We find out about keys, how they lied to the parents. I did a video, I did the video the other night, where the mother, Miss Christina, her friend, who Nolan's, I think Jalen William, which is Nolan's real best friend, his mother, who I guess knows or has a relationship with Nolan's mother, went to the house to retrieve the foam in the first place from where they located the foam to be based on 360 GPS. And they took 15 minutes to give her the foam and acted like they didn't know, again, what she was talking about. They were hiding something, hiding their guilt, in my opinion. And so this fool didn't like the fact that black people were speaking our minds about how things seemed to be a little bit shady about this case. So that motivated him to come out there and make what he called satire and call us stupid. And now that he's catching all this attention, because after he did that, I guess the FBI got in contact with this fool, according to him. The usual suspect. Listen to this one more time. Just one more time.
Not much, but you know, I was using a country accent in the video. But I mean, whatever. I'm not trying to apologize. I'm just showing the ridiculous of it.
He's not trying to apologize. See, so he has no remorse. He's not humble. He's not saying, hey, I apologize to the black community. He's not doing any of that. He's doubling down. He don't care. So we shouldn't care about what happens to him. We shouldn't care about his crocodile tears. We shouldn't care. Matter of fact, I laugh at him. We shouldn't care. He wants to talk about how he using a country accent.
Y'all can't do a damn thing.
Y'all can't do a damn thing.
The ridiculousness of it. You know, they had the FBI reach out and all this,
Hey.
saying that I did whatever with Nolan Wells. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah, it's satire. Yeah, it's mocking you because you're stupid.
No, you're stupid. It's not satire. It's stupidity. It's racism. It's bigotry. It's hate. That's all that it is. And you thought you could get away with that in today's time where black people ain't having it. We not in the 1950s. We in the 1940s. We not in the 1930s, the 20s. We not having it.
Tell the truth.
We're not having it. So it doesn't work. It's a new day. Just like in the movie The Wiz with Diana Ross and Michael Jackson. And when they killed the Wicked Witch, they said, it is a brand new day. Okay? It will be a brand new day. Can you feel it? A brand new day.
Tell the truth.
No, we're not having it. It's a brand new day. And you all are going to catch. You're going to catch what you got coming to you when you come out there and make mockery. Because remember, when people simply talked about, I'm bringing this up again, when people simply talked about Charlie Kirk's racism, people got raked over the coals for talking about the man's racism, which was clearly documented on video. Huh?
Tell the truth.
Now, let's play his next video. The man's not humble. The man is a racist. The man has baby mama problems because they must have got in contact with his baby mama. All right, now. Here we go.
Reached out to somebody related to me. I don't know why they didn't reach out to me. I don't know why they haven't come talk to me. But they asked them if I had anything to do with
He doesn't know why they didn't come talk to you, because they went to talk to your baby mama. Let's play this again one more time.
I reached out to somebody related to me. I don't know why they didn't reach out to me. I don't know.
That person related to you is people have come out and said that he got a baby mama. And y'all want to sit up there and say that that's a problem in the black community when you got white men who have babies around town too, like this scum that you see on the screen right here. Now, what I want to do, because my man Yalpo has given me a super chat, which I appreciate that most evidently. Yalpo had said this. Yalpo, we may be stupid, but we still have our jobs. That's right. Let's clap to that. Let's clap to that. He don't have his job. Yalpo, thank you for the super chat. You're on the board there. We've got Solana. Let me see right here. I thought only black men had baby. Yeah, well, white boys have it too. It ain't just if everybody in everybody's community has it. The only thing that the reason why we don't hear about it because we're in the black community. So we don't know what goes on in detail in other communities, but they have problems too. I've had people of other races tell me that Asian people have problems in their community too. But see, black people, we've gotten too used to people demonizing us as if we the ones that have a dysfunction and only us have a dysfunction. Yeah, who raised them? Where did he get this from? The apple doesn't always fall. Let me say this again. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. This is learned behavior. This is passed down behavior, which is why he was joking about this is our tradition. This is our tradition. Now, let's continue this video clip right here that you are watching. Here we go.
Why they haven't come talk to me. But they asked them if I had anything to do with what's his name? Nolan. The Nolan Wells situation because of the video of me mocking these idiots, saying those boys did it.
So this is all about him being upset that we said that the boys did it, meaning the boys that Wells went out there with, and everything about that case is still suspicious, everybody. The family's not getting answers. I told y'all yesterday that the DA, you can't trust the DA because the DA has had other situations where the DA has been biased. When there was a black man that was railroaded in Mississippi. Remember I told y'all about the black boy? Maybe some of y'all didn't believe me when I said that about the black boy, 10-year-old arrested. Carlos Moore represented the family and that child who was actually arrested. They later dropped the charges, but they arrested a black child for peeing or urinating in a public area. So they're so quick to arrest a child 10 years old, but they weren't quick to arrest those involved in the disappearance, in the mishap of Nolan Willis. And this man makes mockery.
And I guess I said, we did it, but clearly I meant we as in, these people, this skin tone people. And yeah, like somebody in the comments said, clearly these.
Did you see what he just did there? Why does he have to point to his risk? We know you're white and we know who you are what you're representing. I'm going to play this back again.
We did it, but clearly I meant we as in, these people,
these people puts up his arm.
People.
Wait a minute now. Let's move that back. Be surgical about this tonight.
We did it, but clearly I meant we as in, these.
Boom. He puts up his arm to say, I meant to say, why, we know what you meant. What are you talking about? We ain't got to decode anything that you said or that you did. We know who you're talking about. Last call. Good to see you here. For she who the sun rises. That's a beautiful name. Thank you for being here. Good name. TriStar. Good to see you over here. Tomorrow, y'all come back tomorrow afternoon. Not going live at night. I'll go live at around 1 or 2 o'clock Western time. You don't want to miss the video that I will be doing as it relates to Umar Johnson. This one, the way I broke some things down with this video that you're going to see tomorrow. And I actually was able to digitally using AI to really let you see how junky the apartment that he was living in, how junky. My argument tomorrow about Umar Johnson is related to why he can't build the school, because the man is a hoarder. The man has problems, sloppy, dirty. I've just enhanced some of the evidence for y'all to see tomorrow, let you see just how filthy an Umar Johnson is, not just in his attitude, but his mind, which means a disorganized mind, a filthy mind, the lack of ability to keep things in order. How can he create a school of order? He can't. But we'll get to that tomorrow, early afternoon. Y'all hold your horses for that one. Let's get back to this.
People, this skin tone people. And yeah, like somebody in the comments said, clearly these morons do not understand
Yes, he is a hoarder. And we're going to get into that deep tomorrow. Now, so here he is. Clearly, this guy is clearly hasn't learned a lesson from his predecessors, such as Chug the Builder. Hasn't learned a lesson that this kind of stuff will end you up in jail, in prison. This sort of stuff will end you up losing one's job and opportunities. He hasn't learned a lesson from what happened to him, what happened to his overlord that you see right there. He hasn't learned a lesson from it at all. Now, let's go into the other video that I want to show you all. This one, this is the one where he now has found that the consequences of his actions are steep. Listen to this right here.
So as you all know, I've been doxxed. I lost my job this morning. Had to leave home. Everybody's fucking pissed off at me.
Yes, everybody's pissed off at you because you're stupid. Stupid. Stupid.
Tell the truth.
Let's go back here and let's play this one again. You are stupid, guy. You have now lost your job because your mouth couldn't cash the check, or write. You wrote a check that your ass could not carry. You are stupid. You've lost your job. People are hating on you and your family or friends. I don't know. You've been doxxed by the internet. The internet is unforgiving, fool, when you come out and you're disrespectful like this. They did research on where you live, where you work. And you out of here.
So as you all know, I've been doxxed. I lost my job this morning. I had to leave home.
But what about the tough talk like this?
Reached out to somebody related to me. I don't know why they didn't reach out to me. I don't know why they haven't come talk to me. But they asked them if I had anything to do with the what's his name? Nolan. The Nolan.
Did you notice that when he said what's his effing name? Did y'all hear that? Put sevens in the chat room. He said, what's his effing name? What's his effing name? Did y'all hear that? So no respect. No respect as you hear that this little part right here. right? Again, no respect.
Morning. I had to leave.
Oh, let me go back to here. This is what I want to play. The man has no respect. Listen to this part again. I'm sorry. Listen to this.
His name, Nolan.
See, let me play that back. He said F, what's his effing name?
Come talk to me. But they asked him if I had anything to do with the what's his name? Nolan. The Nolan Wells situation because of the video of me mocking these idiots. Saying, as you all know, I've been doxxed. I lost my job this morning.
Good, good,
I had to leave home.
good.
Everybody's fucking pissed off at me.
Yes. Yes. Celebrate. Celebration time. Come on. Let's celebrate now. Celebration time. Come on. Celebration now. You talk that smack about black folks, and now you've lost your job and your opportunities. You disrespected a young black man who's no longer with us because something suspicious happened at the island and you made fun of it, and now you got laid off, fired because you got on social media disrespecting what happened to the young man. So I say to everyone out there in the greater land, celebration time. Come on. It's celebration time. Yeah, he got exactly what he had coming to him. Now he ate a big fat black humble pie. The sweet potato pie was thrown all up in your face because you got fired.
So as you all know, I've been doxxed. I lost my job this morning.
Yes, you should have lost your job because you did something that was totally disrespectful. Anybody that mocks anybody. Look, when Charlie Kirk got shot by his own kind, another white person, which would make it white on white crime, and people came out and spoke about his racism, there were people who spoke out against Charlie Kirk in his nasty deeds, and they lost their jobs. But some of them ended up doing what? Suing, taking it to court, what have you. But see, his situation is different because he literally was saying sick stuff, laughing at a young man who's not alive, saying sick things in his dialogue. And he put it all on social media while you're mocking the untimely death of a young black male, in this case, who had a promising future if it had not been for whatever the shenanigans that were happening out there when he took that trip to Horn Island. What do you all think about my assessment? Let's go into the chat room and see what you think about my assessment. This whole thing is a damn shame. I got to tell y'all right now, it's a complete shame. Let's go into the chat room and see what your thoughts are. We got Jay, the informant. He's saying facts. We've got good sister here, Beyond Crew. Yeah, it's cruel. We got Memphis in the house saying white on white crime is not a thing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now you about to get shut down. Let me go. Where did I put those stats that I had yesterday? I'm going to get those stats and shut this person up because white on white crime, it is a thing. You don't know what you're talking about. We're gonna give you some stats here. But why I find this information that I need to find, let me go ahead and play this one more time for y'all because it is terrible what he did, what he said, and let me play this.
Yeah, they did it. Them boys did it. This is a damn tradition for us. Yeah. This is a tradition. We take you boys out in the woods. And we throw you in the swamp. We throw you in the creek. We throw you in the springs and rivers. Yeah, we throw you in them oceans. Hey, y'all can't do a damn thing. Y'all be in there splashing and screaming, I can't swim! I can't swim! Oh, hell nah! But you know, it ain't our fault. It ain't our fault you're stupid. Grown man don't know how to swim. Yeah, what y'all think we do? You know, yeah, it's a big conspiracy. You know, every 6 months this skin tone,
As you all know, I've been doxxed. I lost my job this morning. I had to leave
Celebration.
home.
Celebration. Celebration. Now, let me shut this person down. Let's shut this down right now. In America, approximately 80% to 82% of violent crimes committed by white offenders are directed at other white people because most crime happens within the same racial groups due to geographical and neighborhood demographics. There are considerable interracial incidents as well. Now, we've been saying this as black people for years, that violence or crime against other of the same race happens in every race based on where you live and proximity to each other. Let me say here, nationally, this is not, and this comes from FBI, your own statisticians. The nationally white Americans account for the majority of raw arrests for violent crimes. While violent crimes total fluctuates, the FBI crime data explored shows that white individuals make up roughly 53 to 60% of all violent crime arrests, and they make up about 45% of murder arrests. When examining the victims of these specific crimes where they've actually taken someone's life, unalived someone, the victims of these specific violent crimes, such as murder, about 78% to 80% of white unaliving victims are unalived by white offenders, with the remaining percentage involving offenders of other races under unknown suspects. Violent crime is largely an individual act tied to specific locations rather than a widespread, hear me out, a widespread racial trend. So it ain't just, oh, black on black crime is the only thing that's going on. As general rule, most violent crime in the United States happens between people who already, what? Know each other, which means the race of the offender often matches the race of the victim. Stop playing with me.
Information is power.
Don't play with me. Total crime in America, according to FBI statistics, y'all statistics, 69.4% of overall crime in America is enacted by white citizens. 26.6% black citizens. Violent crime is at 59.1% white citizens, 36.4% black citizens. Aggravated assault committed highly at 61.8% by white people, 33.2% black people. The R word, meaning sexual R-ing someone, well, they lead at 69.8%. We're at 26.7%. Arson, burning things up, destroying things, they lead at 70.8%. We're at 24.7%. Weapons. Everybody think that black people are the only ones that be having weapons on each. White folks love guns. They love their weapons. They always the main ones talking about their Second or First Amendment, whatever amendment rights. Well, they carry and possess at 55.1% 6%, while we're at 41.8%. Offenses against the family, they're always, according to the stats, affecting their family members at around 65.8% in comparison to 28.3% the black community or the black people. Okay, drug abuse. Y'all would think that they want you to think that black people are the main users of drugs. And when white people get caught up on drugs, they say it's a medical problem. We got to treat it. When black people are hooked on drugs during the crack era, they said we were criminal minded and we were criminals. Well, I hate to break it to you, but this is the breaking news, everybody. White people lead at 71.2% when it comes to drug use. Black people at 26.1. I hate to tell the truth, but I must tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
And if you don't like it, well, it's a you problem, not a me problem. Okay? Offenses against the family and children, my God, aren't they always telling us that family values are important, especially the white conservatives? Well, at 65.8%, they're doing things against their own family and children. This is children. We're at 28.3%. We got to keep that going low, bring that low. We got to stop that. Nobody should be doing anything to kids. Sex offenses, they lead at 74.6%. Property crime, they're at 66.8%. We're at 29.8%. And burglary, they'll get up in your place, commercial burglary, get in your house and steal at around 68.2%. We're at 28.8%. See, everybody in America is so used to people breaking down stats when it comes to black people's crime. Everyone is so used to people breaking down what we do that's negative, as if we're the only ones that do it, or that we are the highest number in all categories. Yeah, we could do a lot better when it comes to homicide, that kind of stuff. We're about 51.8%. White people are around 41, 45 point. They're like a couple of numbers below us, but still, we could do a lot better in that area. And we know that they put weapons in our communities, put people in positions to have these weapons to do damage. But nobody takes the time, like I just did, to break down those type of stats that didn't come from me. I didn't make it up out of thin air. That's FBI data that I read to you all. Nobody takes the time to really break down the criminality and the things that white society does to harm their own families or to harm society. It wasn't black people who formed an organization to go terrorize white folks. No, white folks created an organization called the Ku Klux Klan to terrorize us. White folks were the ones that broke into our homes, took men out of the homes, and put them on nooses on trees. It was white folks that violently did a massacre in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921 because they were jealous of black people having their own business district we call Black Wall Street, because once again, a lie was told that a young black male touched a white woman. Or you have Rosewood, or you have many massacres and many riots throughout America where white folks came into our communities messing with us. So therefore, what happened to this guy, I don't feel sorry for him, because all he did was carry on the same tradition, as he called it, played around, and he got a dumb prize, which was to lose his job, lose his dignity, to be harassed by people on the internet. Or I don't call it harassment, it's exposing him. Exposed by people on the internet for his foolishness. Because he called himself trying to be cute.
Not much, but I was using a country accent in the video. But I mean, whatever. I'm not trying to apologize. I'm just showing the.
You see how unhumble he is? I'm not trying to apologize. You clearly hear him saying, I'm not trying to. He didn't give an F about what he said about Nolan, a young man who's no longer here, a young man who's done nothing to him. But this tells you this is how he thinks about us. And to be quite honest with you, I don't care to a certain degree, to this degree and that degree, is that he's fired, he's gone, he has no job, he put his foot in his mouth, said the wrong thing, and we as black people, we're not having it, and that's why you're gone.
As you all know, I've been doxxed. I lost my job this morning.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. And any of these other suckers who have the same idea, he should be used as an example, just like Chug the Builder should be an example, because this sucker will be going to prison with heavy charges. Now, I'm sure that the usual suspects are going to go out and say, hey, let's give this guy some money. You know, everybody gets up in arms when black people are collecting GoFundMe money because they've had something tragic happen. Can you believe that you already got people hating on the Nolan family because they got a GoFundMe? But do y'all hate on white boys like this or people like this that are racist that will probably have someone somewhere will give him a GoFundMe because of losing his job? They will collect money for him. And they'll tell you he has a right to collect money. He has a right to have a GoFundMe. That's what they'll tell us, even though he brought all of this on himself. Let me see what you're saying in the chat room before we end the program tonight. Let me put these messages on the board. As you can see, they're down below. Everybody, I recommend you when you're looking at this vertical video, expand the screen so that it covers your whole phone, and because it looks really nice when it's covering your phone like that. Well, if you're in the chat room, then you still want to see the chat room, then you're not going to expand the whole thing. But let me read these things right here. She says, sister says right here, I get it if he doesn't like blacks, yet mocking versus constructive criticism is two different things. Well, he didn't do no constructive criticism. I don't think he really cared about that. I think he's mad because he got caught and he lost his job. So what? You know how many people lose their jobs for doing absolutely nothing? He lost his job because he did do something that's despicable. So come on. He gets what he gets when he gets it. Now we got Peanut Doctor who says white on white crime was taught to us in school. No, white on white crime is real, Peanut Doctor. I think you're a little bit of a peanut in the brain because I just read off the stats and the FBI has confirmed all this. I'm sorry. See, like I said, people are just used to every negative stack being about black people because that's what you hear on the news. That's what you've been taught. That's what you've been, as my man Joe Madison used to say, the Black Eagle, you've been culturally conditioned to see white as negative, as to see black as negative, white as good. And as a manifestation of that cultural conditioning, we'll even do it to ourselves as black people and see everything about us as negative. That's why you got people like Jason Woodlock and all the buck dancers on social media and off of social media that's spending all their time trying to put a negative spin on Nolan Wells and his family. You hear what I'm saying? Let's go back in here. We got Morris who says another lie about us selling one another. What they gave them was a gift card to Walmart. Africa had everything they needed. Gold, diamond, stop lying. Let me see here. What we got here? Another lie about us selling one another. Well, you do know that the Portuguese and the Arabs and the Europeans, like the French and the Dutch, why you think you got Dutch people like the Afrikaners in South Africa, sir? Why do you think you've got these relationships where you got the Dutch and all these colonialism? Because they, at one point in time, y'all saw the movie The Woman King. You know those women, the Mahomey tribe they were called. Those women were actually involved in helping to sell black people into slavery. Because Europeans that you can't get me to believe that Europeans got on a boat, got to a place called Africa, which is really named by Europeans. So now even the name Africa is named by Europeans. Nigeria was even named by a white woman. Go do your research on that. But you really believe that Europeans came to a continent that they never been to before and just knew their way around how to move around the landscape to just grab up people? No, nobody could do that unless you've got people that already live on ground, that know their way through the terrain, that can say boom, boom, boom. It's already a proven fact. The Mahomey tribe was involved with the French and Europeans in giving them slaves because you had intertribal warfare, people fighting each other. And whenever they would fight each other and be captured, they would take those individuals that were captured and give them to the Europeans that they were doing business with, because the European was giving them trinkets and all type of goods to sell people. So this whole theory that Europeans just came to the continent of Africa one day and all of a sudden, pow, bam, they knew they knew their whole way around the land to capture us. No, they had help. They had assistance. They had what we have today. They had sellouts. They had buck dancers. We got these same sellouts today amongst us. Well, they had sellouts then that was selling their own or their enemies within the continent to Europeans. The Portuguese were the first ones that they did business with, who brought most of us to where? Brazil. Brazil makes up the largest number of black people outside of the continent. They only drop 4 to 5% of us off here in America. The majority of those folks were dropped off in Brazil. That's why you got all those black folks in Brazil, like El Salvador, Brazil, Rio and such.
Tell the truth.
Don't play with me. Mike Hunt, you can go jump in the lake and swim with the fishes. Get your butt out of here. Let's get your butt out of here. Let's stop playing with you. Get out of this channel, Mike Hunt. Get out of here. Don't ever come back. Let the door hit you. Okay. Those trolls go from chat to chat. Yeah, I know they do. But you notice I'm not really responding to them. I just say, oh, okay, you said this. Now it's time to get you out of here. It's just that simple. These people are just, as simple as that. We got the giant over here saying most people would be better off if they stop worrying about what everyone else is doing and trying to be neighborhood watch. Well, I think that we would be better off if people would mind their own business. Stop being in black people's business. We don't need you in our business, right? Mind your business. We're minding our business. But this is the problem. Every time black people mind our business, other people have to come around and get involved in our business when we didn't even ask for them. See, the bottom line is this. Nolan Wells lost his life. We're still trying to figure out what happened and put the pieces together. We're waiting on an autopsy. So therefore, it was no need for anyone like this fool to come out with a video and make mockery of the young males, the young black males' death, untimely death. There was no need to do that. Because you same people, like I'm going to say this again, you same people that hate on us are the same people that hated on us because we spoke out about Charlie Kirk's racism. That's a fact.
Tell the truth.
Okay, let's see. Yalpo said this. He said, hey, stop talking about Officer Tatum like that. He's another one. I don't mess with him. He's another one. Waste of time. I was on a panel with him when I used to be on O'Shea Dude Jackson. He used to do the Sunday Rumble. And I was on there on Tatum before Tatum really started to blow up on YouTube. And boy, I gave that man a piece of my mind. But anyway, it is what it is. Let's see. TriStar says those trolls go from, they go from place to place. You're right about that. Solana, let me see what you're saying. She says, get them out of here. Yeah, get them out of here. Those of you that are mods, when people start to troll and say personal things, just get them out of here. Like I said the other night, I have no problem with people having a different of opinion, but when they start saying personal stuff, getting like real personal with their statements, like they're trying to like, be funny style, racist themselves. Get them out of here. Appreciate you guys coming over tonight. Let me, I'm probably going to have to end the program tonight. Because I got to get ready for tomorrow's show too. So I appreciate you. So these suckers, man, they come in here with all that trolling and all that nonsense. Let me see. Watching from DC, I like hearing your thoughts. Thank you, the Iron Giant. Watching from DC. Shout out to DC. Shout out to Chicago. I got a majority of the people that watch my channel because, we can go into our stats and we can see where people are watching us from the most. And most of my viewership comes from Chicago, Atlanta, Georgia, because there's a lot of black people that live in those areas. It makes sense. New York, Chi-Town. A majority of my views come from the eastern part of the country and then some of the southern parts of the country, like the Midwest, which I find interesting. Michigan, Detroit is another one. North Carolina, for some reason, I seem to get a lot of viewership in general from North Carolina. It's very interesting when you look at for those of you who do YouTube, when you look at your stats and your statistics and you kind of find out where people are watching you. And then your stats can tell you, they have a new AI stat now that can tell you what areas that you can improve on. Like for me, one of the areas I need to improve on is that when I'm talking about a particular topic and I put that, I need to get to the videos and the clips right away, cut down some of the dialogue and get to those clips because that keeps engagement going because people really want to see the meat and sauce of the video, right? And not all the in-between stuff. So these are areas that we just keep trying to improve on as we learn. Let me see who we got. Somebody from Detroit. Detroit on the building. Hey, Detroit's in the house. I think Alicia, she's from Chicago. Chi-Town's in the house. We got X-Men Rogue in the house saying nationalists, fascists in the chat. Get out. Yeah, thank you. See, you guys are keeping it real. We've got, tell me where you're from. We got watching from Maryland. Maryland, oh my God. Guess what? Maryland is the state that I was born in. I've got family in Baltimore, Maryland, to be exact. So good to have you here. Like I'm saying, the Eastern Seaboard, some of the Southern Seaboard, y'all been good to me. Now, this doesn't negate the fact that I'm in the West Coast, so I get a lot of viewers from the West Coast as well. They're good to me too. But I don't know. This is what I think it is, everybody. I think if you're in the East Coast and you're doing content from the East Coast, because of the time zone differences, you're going to tend to get a lot of people from the West Coast that are watching you, like a lot more, right? And maybe because I'm in the West Coast, for some reason, people are gravitating from the East Coast. I don't know how it works. It's just kind of interesting to me how that works. Let me see. We got RJ Louisiana in the house. Louisiana house. Mr. Ever So Bad. Man, I like that name. He comes in the house and he's straight out of Dallas, Texas. Yeah.
Tell the truth.
Let me see. Solana, see what she's saying right here. Woo. Hang on. There we go. And what happened to my, I'm still there. Let me see. Great commentary. You need some mods on the deck. Yeah. Yeah, I've been checking you out. We're probably gonna end up modding you up. I know there's people who give us great. Out of Oakland, California, the town. Yes. Yes. You from the town. And guess what? I lived in the town, so I know the town very well. Oakland. Oh yeah, I lived in Oakland. Yeah, I can get to Oakland just like that. Oh yeah. Oaktown. Here we go. Bam. Welcome to the mod crew. Yeah, Oakland. Yeah, you got I lived in the Lake Merritt area of Oakland. You got the we got India. We got another lovely young lady in the house, India Love in the house. How you doing? She says, I'm watching in New Jersey. Yes, New Jersey. Man, I'm telling you, folks watching in the East Coast, the South, some of the West Coast, we got real ones here. And I appreciate it. And not to negate, look, to everybody in the West Coast, whether it be San Francisco, Oakland, throughout the Bay Area, throughout the western part, LA in particular, I get good viewership from those folks that come from those areas too. So not to forget. Now, let me see right here. We got who we got in here. Oh, I like what X-Men Road just did. He put everybody in. He said we got Chi-Town, DC, Philly, Virginia, Brick City, Jersey, West Coast, myself, North Carolina. Oh, no, New York. That's NYC, New York. And then we got New York Stand Up. Yeah, stand up, everybody. Peace. Now, look. Oh, wait a minute. Jay, the informant, is out of Houston. This is deep. H-Town, that's a hell of a place. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Hey, look, everybody, look, I'm going to end the program now because I need to get some rest. And then tomorrow afternoon, from my Western Coast point of view, we're going to go live about Umar Johnson. I got some stuff that will blow you away. It will not be vertical content. It will be the regular format that most people, I think, like. But this is a good format for me to do every now and then because it allows my videos to go into the YouTube Shorts section where I can be discovered by people who may not have found my channel, not have seen my channel before. So last time I did this week, I got 15 new subscribers just out of being and more, just out of being in that area of YouTube with the vertical video. Okay. So share this video on all your social media with people that you think would appreciate the content, where I'm coming from. Let me say this again. Thank you all that are here. Alicia, everybody in the chat room. This man had no business saying anything about this young brother right here. That was not called for. The young man has lost his life under some strange circumstances that we're trying to still figure out. And this fool lost his job and he got what he had coming to him, because he should have never got out there and said the things that he said. And when you play around like that, you get stupid prizes, and it is what it is. Check it out one more time.
As you all know, I've been doxxed. I lost my job this morning. I had to leave home. Everybody's fucking pissed off at me.
These high ceilings and I need it, baby. Pressure and make diamonds, I won't steal it, baby. Silent, baby. Hurts to see you crying.
Good night, everybody. Peace and respect. Share the video. Oh, make sure you hype the video up.
It was me that all along.
Go into the area where you have the where you can move to the hype area and hype the video up too as well. YouTube has a new thing for hyping these videos. Thank you. Peace.
My baby problems, you gon' regret everything. So I let her know, gotta let her know. Came through the front door, I'll be ready for it. And if it's what you want, I'ma give it to you. Yeah, promise, I'ma give it to you. La 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 la.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to this channel. are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Let her know, I gotta let her know that she my white horse, she my medical. She like my baby mama, know how to take care of me. Give my baby problems, you gon' regret every day. So I let her know, gotta let her know. Came through the front door, I'll be ready for her. And if it's what you want, I'ma give it to you. Yeah, promise.
I really appreciate everybody that came through tonight. Thank you. I'll be back live tomorrow.
But it's your style, so something must be up keeping you down. You a queen that must be heaven sent. Pray my soul, I must repent for not telling you what I meant and how I felt. Honestly, I'm used to throwing wishes in a well. My conscience tells me that I could have helped without fail. Actions speak louder than words, and that's a lesson that I learned all by myself. Let her know, I gotta let her know that she my white horse, she my medical. She like my baby mama, know how to take care of me. Give my baby problems, you gon' regret every day. So I let her know, gotta let her know. Came through the front door, I'll be ready for you. If it's what you want, I'ma give it to you. Yeah, promise, I'ma give it to you. Like, la, 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 la.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel. Information is power.